today I'm offering a gentle flow to get you warmed up and loosened up, ready for your day, Easter day, in fact, today. So we'll begin by coming to the mat in child's pose. So if you take your toes to the back of the mat, your backside onto your heels, and reach your arms out and let your forehead find the mat. Allow your body to be soft. And notice how you're feeling in this moment now, in your body and in yourself. Give yourself permission for this time to be with your breath and your body. You may hear noises outside my window. You may hear noises in your home, or become aware of distracting thoughts. Just whatever happens, see if you can keep coming back to the breath. So we'll begin. Take a nice big in-breath. Exhaling completely. Inhale fully through your nostrils if possible. Exhale, release. One more time in your own time. And then spread your fingertips. With your next in-breath, rise up onto your hands and knees and take a nice flat back. Inhale, round your forehead and tail to the sky. Exhale, draw your chin to your chest, tuck your tail under, belly button to spine. Inhale, rise up, wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. Exhale, rounding. Two more times in your own time. And after your next out breath, come to a neutral spine. Walk your hands about a hand's length forward. Now at this point, if you've got any issues with your knees, I'd like you to pop a cushion under your knees. And we'll begin to draw a circle, bringing your shoulders over your wrists and back. So imagine the circle is with your tail and your shoulders. And you can inhale forward and exhale back. Change the direction. Still inhaling forward. And then come to a neutral spine. Bring your shoulders under your wrists under your shoulders rather. And your knees together this time. Tuck your toes under. Extend your right leg just until you've got, feels like a straight line from your heel to your shoulders roughly. Then extend your left arm and see if you can get that straight line to be even stronger. You're looking down at the floor towards your right thumb. Take a nice big in-breath and lengthen. Exhale, draw your right knee towards your nose and your elbow towards your belly button. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, contract. Two more. Inhale to lengthen. See if you can really be aware of your back leg as you send it backwards. And try not to send it any further than what feels like parallel to the floor. Last exhale. And then drop your hands and your foot. Take a moment on your heels to circle your wrists. Take it in both directions. And we'll do the same on the other side. Slide your hands forward. Make sure they're under your wrists, under your shoulders, knees together, toes tucked under, left leg back. And once again, really feel, you can even look, if you can see your leg higher, your heel higher than your backside, try and lower it down. Extend your right arm, make yourself really long, but down at your left thumb, inhale, exhale, contract. Inhale, lengthen, exhale to contract. 2 more. And then drop your hand and your toes. Walk your hands forward, and at this point, you can, if you like, dispense with your pillow. It might be a long time on there. Release your toes, bring your backside to your heels. Take a nice big in-breath and exhale. Walk your fingertips away from you so that your forearms are not touching the floor. Spread your fingers and press your palms down. Then inhale, rise up onto your hands and knees. Draw your shoulders over your wrists. Start to bend your elbows towards your body. And exhale, lowering down, thighs, belly button, ribs, forehead. Tuck your elbows in. Push down for low cobra. And then press into the floor. Lift your knees off the mat. That's an in-breath. Exhale, backside to heels. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhale, rise up like a ripple through your spine. So you'll dome your upper back. And then as you lower down, it's a bit like cow pose. Inhale up, cobra. Hands and knees. Child's pose. Big out breath. Last time. Inhale up. Through cat. Past downward facing dog, high cobra, lowering down, forehead to the mat. Well done. Keep your elbows tucked in, rise up onto your hands and knees, tuck your toes under, backside to the sky, and then heels to the back of the mat. Take a moment, walk on the spot. This is a lovely thing to do first thing in the morning. If you're working on getting your heels towards the back of the mat, you can bring your feet together and then just rest your big toe and the second toe around the heel of your right foot and use that as a way of drawing yourself down, like you've made a claw hammer. Pull your heel down. Just do it gently, no strain. Repeat on the other side. Brilliant. Rest your feet and then walk them towards your hands. So we'll meet about a foot's length from the top of the mat. Big toes touching, bend your knees. If your back's happy for you to do this, roll up slowly. If your back's sore today in any way, or got any back injury, I'd like you to flatten your back and slide your hands up the front of your legs. And then inhale, arms up to the sky. Exhale, hands to your heart. Spread your elbows wide. You can just about see me. Tuck your tail under. I'm a bit closer there. Gaze straight ahead. And then inhale, raise your arms up. Take a little back bend. So arms either side of your ears. Looking up towards the ceiling. Squeeze your glutes together. Then as you exhale, bring your thumbs towards your forehead. Down the front of your body into a forward bend. Exhale. Inhale, take it to gazing pose. So straighten your legs and bring your hands, even if you're super flexible, bring the heels of your hands to just below your knees. Straighten your arms and legs and lengthen your spine. Now, if you have a slight curve to the lower back, tuck your tail under just a little bit. Some might feel they have a curve to the upper back. If that's you, then I'd like you to reach your tail away, reach your crown forward, and draw your shoulders down and back as though you're holding a pencil between your shoulder blades. That's your gazing pose. Exhale, forward fold. Take a few moments here. It's okay, especially in the early stages, to have bent knees. Your gaze is towards your body. You might start to straighten your legs a little bit or a lot. It's really down to what feels good. And we'll bend the knees. And this time, sweep your arms up as you inhale. Exhale, hands to your heart. Once again, inhale, arms up, slight back bend. Exhale, thumbs towards your face, down the center line, all the way down. Inhale to gazing pose, you remember that? Nice flat back. Exhale, forward bend. Bend your knees. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, hands to your heart. 2 more times. Inhale up, squeeze your backside. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to gazing pose. Exhale, fold forward. Bend your knees, sweep up to standing. Inhale. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale to gazing pose. Exhale, forward fold. This time, step your right foot back on an in-breath, and once again, this could be a time for a cushion if you've got knee stuff. On your out-breath, drop your back knee. You can relax the toes of your back foot if that foot feels okay. And as you inhale, reach your hands up towards the sky for a half warrior. Draw your tail underneath your crown. Imagine you need to draw your left heel towards your body, so you're pulling it towards you without moving it. Drawing your right hip forward and your left hip back. Your gaze is straight ahead. Interlace your hands, your fingers. Reach your palms up towards the sky and slightly behind your ears if that feels okay. And then, if your neck's happy today, look up towards your fingers. If you're looking towards your knuckles, I'd like you to keep your gaze on your knuckles as you bring your arms down. And then release your arms all the way back up again. Inhale, exhale, drop your hands down. Inhale, left foot back. Exhale, feet relaxed. Extended child's pose. Keep your arms where they are. In fact, even walk them away once again. Inhale, rise up onto your hands and knees. Shoulders over wrists, elbows towards your waist. Exhale, melt down. So this is not a half plank. This is lowering down through cobra. Inhale, rise up through cobra. Tuck your toes under. Exhale, downward facing dog. Exhale, drop your knees. And step your right foot forward outside your right hand. So you can help it there. Relax the toes of your back foot. Sweep your arms up on your inhale, half warrior. Draw your right heel towards you. Suck your belly button towards your spine. Reach your right hip back and your left hip forward. Interlace your fingers, palms to the sky, ears in front of your arms or arms behind your ears. If you can, look up towards your knuckles. That will increase the difficulty of the pose by making it harder to balance. Follow your knuckles with your gaze. Bring your arms down. Release, exhale, and then inhale up once again. Exhale, drop your hands. Tuck your toes under. Inhale, lift your hips and step your back foot forward. Bend your knees. Swing your arms up as you inhale. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Inhale, rise up. Squeeze your buttocks together. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale to gazing pose, flat back. Exhale, forward bend. Fingertips to the mat. As you inhale, bring your left foot back as far as it'll go. Exhale, drop your knee down. If you need to, by all means, shuffle your right foot forward. If you've dropped it back and your hips right over your knee, you might find it feels stronger to just shuffle your foot forward a little bit. Relax your back foot, draw your arms up to the sky, interlace your fingers. Press your palms up, leaning back very gently. This is an upper body gentle back bend. Follow your hands down. This time we'll take them all the way to the floor. Take your right foot back as you inhale. Exhale, drop your backside towards your heels. Inhale, rise up. Elbows towards your body. Exhale. Forehead to the mat. Inhale through cobra. Tuck your toes under. Exhale, downward facing dog. Drop your knees. Take your left foot forward, outside your left hand. Relax the back foot. Sweep your arms up. Inhale. Interlace your fingers, palms to the ceiling. Ears in front of your arms, or arms behind your ears. Look up towards your knuckles. With your next out breath, following your hands, take your arms back down. Bring your left foot forward a little bit to the center line. Tuck your toes under in the back. Lift up, inhale. Exhale, step forward. Inhale, bend your knees, swing all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Take a moment, notice the effects of your practice so far. Notice your heart. And then with your next in-breath, arms all the way up to the sky. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, gazing pose. And if you're nice and warmed up, you can see if you can lower your fingertips more towards your ankles, but keep your arms and legs straight and your back as flat as you can. Your gaze is towards your toes. On your next out breath, drop into a forward bend. Take the first two fingers of each hand, wrap them around your big toes. Let your elbows be wide. Lift your ribcage away from your thighs and then drop it down towards your knees. That's what you're aiming for. Take your gaze towards your knees. Let your arms rest. And then release. Just begin to bend your knees just gently. Come onto your fingertips. Step your right foot back as far as it'll go. Now here you have a choice to drop your back knee, as we did a moment ago for half warrior, or to keep your back knee off the mat for a low lunge. Either way, raise your arms up towards the ceiling on your next in-breath. Interlace your fingers, arms to the ceiling, arms back. If you're feeling sassy, so if you can look up towards your hands, it's an in-breath. As you exhale, begin to bring your arms all the way down. Drop your hands to the floor. Right hand underneath right shoulder. Just keeping your left hand close to your body. Raise your arm up towards the ceiling. Now your left arm does not have to be stacked over your right shoulder. In fact, quite the opposite. The more important focus is keeping your right hip high. So if you're on your back knee, the pose will look like this. If you're in lunge and your hips are higher than your knee, I'd like you to drop your back knee. So it's really important that your hip is no higher than your front knee. Looking up towards your left hand, reach your back heel back if you're in lunge. Exhale, drop your left hand. And you can either step back into a high plank or into a half plank. Make your way to downward facing dog. Drop your knees. Relax your feet. Backside towards your heels. And then you know what to do. Inhale, shoulders over wrists. Exhale, melting down. Inhale through cobra, hands and knees. Return to downward facing dog. From here, you can either drop onto your knees and help your right foot forward for a half warrior, or you can bring your feet together, raise your right leg, and swing your right foot forward, place it down outside your right hand. So you're either in a low lunge or you're in a half warrior. Whichever you choose, raise your arms up towards the ceiling. If you're in lunge, reach your back, heel back, interlace your fingers, palms to the ceiling. Draw your arms back. If you feel strong, look up towards your hands. Inhale. Exhale. Take it slowly. Drop your hands down. Slide your right hand all the way up. I'm getting croaky towards the ceiling. And once again, notice your hips. If your hips are high, drop your back knee. Reach your right hip back and up, and your left hip down. Exhale, drop your right hand. Walk your right foot slightly to the center. Lift your hips and take your back foot forward. Bend your knees. Swing your arms. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Take a moment here. And then inhale. Hands up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to gazing pose. Exhale, fold forward. Big step back, left foot. High lunge or half warrior, it's your choice. Inhale, arms to the sky. Interlace your hands. Palms all the way up towards the ceiling. Arms back, lifting your head. Exhale, drop your hands. Stepping into half plank or high plank. And then to downward facing dog. Drop your knees, relax your feet, backside towards your heels. Reach your hands forward. Inhale. Wrists and shoulders in alignment. Elbows towards your waist. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, rise up. Tuck your toes under, hips to the sky. Either drop your knees and step your left foot forward, or raise your left leg, swing your foot forward. And make your way to a half warrior or a low lunge. Interlace your hands, palms to the sky. Lifting your chin. Exhale, arms down. Lift your back hips. Send your back foot forward. Swing your arms all the way up to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale up once again. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale to gazing pose. Exhale, forward. Right foot back for your half warrior or your low lunge. Inhale, arms to the sky. Hands to your heart, elbows wide. So if you're in low lunge, this is a strong balance. Even if you're on your back knee, it's still a strong balance. I'd like you to keep your hands at the center of your chest, and turn towards your left. Drop your right elbow towards your right knee. You might be able to just hook it over the top. Then look up towards your left shoulder. So this is a very soft and gentle twist. For some of you, it might look more like this, and that's fine. What I'm not asking for today is thumbs to your armpit. If you're in low lunge, reach your right heel back. If you're in half warrior, just make sure that your hips are even. Now gently bring your hands towards the floor. Take your left foot back, either into high plank or half plank. Make your way to downward facing dog. Drop your knees, relax your feet, back sides towards your heels. Spread your fingertips, inhale, rise up. Exhale, ripple through, lower down. Inhale, cobra. Tuck your toes under. And then either bring your left foot forward or rise into a downward facing dog and swing your left foot forward. Rise up into a high lunge, inhale. Exhale, drop your hands. Lift your hips, set your back foot forward and swing all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to gazing pose. Exhale, fold forward. This time, step your left foot back. High lunge or half warrior with knee on the floor. Arms to the sky, inhale. Exhale, hands to your heart. Turn to your right this time, keeping your elbows at your chest. Drop your left elbow. If you can, hook your arm over the knee, but keep your hands at the center of your chest. Turn towards your right shoulder. Now drop your hands to the floor. Step back into a high plank or half plank. And from there to downward facing dog. Drop your knees, relax your feet. Extended child's pose. Inhale. Shoulders forward. Exhale, lower. Inhale, rise up. Toes tucked under. And then either bring your right foot forward or into a downward facing dog and swing your right foot forward. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, drop your hands. Now I'd like you to bring your left heel to the floor. So if you're in a half warrior, just lift your knee. We'll all swivel the back foot and walk your hands towards the center line. Turning your toes in towards each other, just slightly. Just slightly pigeon-toed, you don't need a pillow. Bring your hands towards your hips. Lengthen your spine by pushing your tail in one direction, drawing your crown in the other. And then fold into your forward bend. Let your arms reach towards the floor. Now for some of you, it may be that your chest is still parallel with the floor. If that's the case, you can hold the backs of your legs, maybe the backs of your calves. Wherever you are with that, I'd like you to take your left hand to the outside of your left leg, the back of your left leg. And see if you can place the right hand over the top of it without dropping the right hip. So keep your hips level. Take the left side of your chest towards the left thigh. Aiming your nose inwards towards your body. Keep drawing your right hip up. And then slowly walk or swing your hands over to the other side. Right hand to the outside of your right leg. Left hand on top. Bring the right side of your chest to your right thigh. Keeping your left hip high. Draw your chest forward. And even lower your hands down. Just find where this feels comfortable. Release your hands, bring them back to the center line. And make a nice flat back with your in-breath. So you might be on your fingertips. You might have your hands to your shins. And bring your hands to your hips. Press your heels down and rise up with that lovely flat back. Just spin on your right foot. Bring your hands to the floor. Pivot your back foot. Drop the back knee. And then your right foot come back. Okay, we're towards the cool down section now. This is a 45-minute class. Spin your feet forward and shuffle towards the top of the mat. And then allow your body to roll down very slowly. So you can keep your knees bent. I need to take my leg grip out. Knees are bent, heels about tickling distance from your fingertips, palms flat on the floor. I'd like your knees to be hip width apart and your feet parallel to each other, so not turned out. Just be aware of them. Press your heels down. Start to lift your tail and your spine, and as you do, draw your knees forward. This is not about lifting your hips as high as they'll go. It's about straightening and lengthening the front of your body. Squeeze your buttocks towards each other. Reach your knees forward, press your heels down, but keep your toes on the mat. And you might like to raise your arms overhead. Or if you want something slightly deeper, bring your hands back down slowly, keep your hips high. Lace your fingers together, roll onto the tops of your arms. Now this does make your hips rise up, so keep reaching your knees forward and squeeze your glutes. And imagine that there's an invisible block between your knees that you must keep, hold it there with all your might. Now sliding your hands out of the way if they're in the way. Tailbone last. Tilt your pelvis up and lower down vertebra at a time. Marvelous. Bring the soles of your feet together. Let your hips open. And allow your arms to be soft above your head. Maybe like a sleeping baby or a cactus. Become aware of your breath and let it return to normal. If your feet slide away from your body, that's fine. And slowly take your hands back to the outside of your legs. And with your inhale, help your knees back up. Cross your left ankle over your right knee, flex your left foot. Now you can stay there if that feels good, or you can reach with both hands for the outside of your right thigh or your right shin. And draw your leg towards you. This isn't so much about really working the biceps. This is, I'd like this to be relaxing. So try not to spend too much time forcing your legs closer to your body. Mostly think about letting your body relax, except for your left foot, which needs to remain flexed. Now slowly lower your right foot to the floor. Cross your left knee over your right. Double bind if you can, you don't need to. Bring your right foot to the floor and walk it to the left side of the mat. Hands underneath your head, elbows bent if that's possible. If your elbows don't touch the floor in this position, or your hands don't touch the floor, put your hands by your sides. Let your knees drop over to the right and your gaze find the left. You can close your eyes. And as you begin to relax your legs, they will slide away from you, that's fine. As you inhale, bring your knees back up. Uncross your legs. Bring your feet back to the center. Right foot hooked over left knee, foot flexed. Opening the hip gently, but not so much that your left side comes all the way off the mat, just gently. If you like, take it a bit deeper, reach for your hamstring, reach for your shin, and allow your body to relax. Slowly release your left foot. Let it come to the floor. Cross your right knee over. Double bind if you can. Shuffle your left foot to the left, just gently. And then let your knees fall over to the left. Take your gaze to the right. Arms relaxed. Palms are facing up wherever they are. As you inhale, let your knees slowly find their way up. Uncross your legs. Your knees a little squeeze. Hands on your knees. Draw circles in the sky. Change the direction. And then have a little rock just from side to side. Be aware of your spine. Notice the lower back as you roll over it. Now bring your feet to the floor. Stretch your legs out one at a time for Shavasana. Arms by your sides, palms up. In this pose, there'll be a natural, gentle curve in your lower back that you could just about slide your hands under. If it feels like a big curve, I'd like you to bend your knees, lift your hips off the mat, and point your tail at the space between your heels, so you're tilting your pelvis. And then lower down, vertebra at a time. Feel your back finding the floor. Now, as you stretch out your legs, your lower back will lift slightly, but hopefully that's helped it to flatten down a little bit more. Lightly close your eyes. Allow your body to feel soft. Become aware of your natural breath. For this next few minutes in Shavasana, you may become aware of noises outside my window, or noises in your own home, or distracting thoughts. Whatever occurs, if you can notice them, but then let them be and not follow. Bring your awareness to your feet and allow them to be soft. Notice your lower legs, upper legs, the buttocks. hips, groin. Be aware of your abdomen, waist, ribs and chest. Allow your legs and your torso to soften. Notice your lower back, the middle of your back and the top of your back, and allow your back to flatten into the mat. Let your shoulders be soft. Allow the tops of your arms to relax. Notice your forearms, your wrists, palms and backs of your hands and your fingers. Bring your awareness to your collarbones. Let your throat be soft. Relax the muscles of your face, your scalp. Notice the back of your neck. And let the whole of your body feel relaxed. If you have an affirmation you like to use, you could call that to mind. Or you could say to yourself, everything is as it should be. Start to make some gentle movements in your hands and your feet. Circle your wrists and your ankles. Move your head carefully. If you have room to stretch, you can have a big whole body stretch. If not, you could hug your shins and rock from side to side. And very carefully help yourself up to a comfortable seat with a straight spine. And either bring both hands to your heart or both hands together in prayer. And drop your chin. Lightly close your eyes and say to yourself, may I be safe, may I be well, may I be peaceful and at ease. May we be safe, may we be well, may we be peaceful and at ease. May all beings be safe, may they be well, may they be peaceful and at ease. Namaste. Thank you for joining my first live video. I hope you have enjoyed it. Feel free to leave any comments. That will help me to offer a better service. Or just let me know what you think. If you're able to make a donation, you can find my website, the Yoga Attic Hadley. There's a donate button right at the top of the page. It's been really lovely practicing with you today. Have a gorgeous day. Thank you.